Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. It's another candidate showdown with the vice presidential hopefuls on center stage. But how closely will people really be watching? We'll discuss.
I'm celebrity makeup artist Mickey Williams, and I grew up suffering from psoriasis, so it means a lot to me that there is a new way to treat it. I'll show you.
I'm Bobeth, and I definitely do not have a green thumb. But there is still a way to get great plans in your home and work, and I'll show you coming up.
And I'm Linda Carson. The dream of becoming a parent can now be a reality for many more couples. Open Arms is here with the latest on assisted reproduction. All that more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show and welcome back to Mickey Williams. Great to have you with us again.
Hey, ladies. It's been I'm very excited about seeing you today. It's Dave.
We're happy to see you.
It's 2 days in a row. I love
it. It just makes my week starting out this way.
You have another really cool look on today. Tell us about your scarf.
Well, I'm really excited about today because this scarf is by Joyce Lazara. She's one of my really good friends, and she has an art gallery over on Pine Street. Well, I love wearing her pieces, but she actually, today is October 5th, and she starts these workshops at her Anna Maria Island on Pine Street gallery. So she's been doing these, she's going to be doing these kind of like art workshops.
So you can learn to paint as well.
The scarf is art?
Yeah, she's doing them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You're going to actually be learning the techniques of painting. $75, amazing, and you're there from 10 to 5, and you learn with one of the best. So,
and you get to spend the day out on Anna Maria. So if you're a budding artist and want to get some extra
can make Christmas gifts.
That's a good idea. And I comment also on the cool necklaces everyone has on, and I love mine as well. We thank Trebor Style Jewelry for letting us borrow their wonderful bracelets and earrings and necklaces. But Beth, yours looks just great. And one thing I love about their jewelry is we walk in every day just, wearing what we've chosen, and there's always something that works, you know? I mean, it's just amazing how versatile all those pieces are. But
literally no planning. I was like, okay, well, what goes with this outfit? And then you find something.
And there you are. So a very contemporary take on jewelry is what I think we're seeing with the selections this time around. So you'll want to check that out, TreborStyle.com. And thanks, because it definitely kind of ups our jewelry game a little bit. We love that. We also love seeing who's in the kitchen, and we are celebrating an important day today. We never miss a holiday here, especially one that involves food. It is National Taco Day, Taco Tuesday. Very appropriately, Michelle Jett from Baja Boys Grill is with us, but not with the truck like usual, Michelle. Have you ever been actually in our kitchen before?
This is my first time.
Usually we're outside. What are we making today?
Today we're going to make a little bit of everything. I have some nachos ready for you, so you can start snacking on some nachos.
Ooh.
I've got some chips and guacamole. Ooh. And later on we're going to be putting together some pico and some blackened mahi tacos for Taco Day, some burritos.
That's one of our favorites, National Taco Day, so we're with the perfect place. And of course, you may recognize Michelle's truck, the Baja Boys Grill truck, around the area. And we're going to talk to Michelle as we go throughout the show a little bit about where you'll be able to catch up with her in the truck as we head into farmers market season. So we love that. Well, we are carefully watching Hurricane Matthew, of course, all of us, as it churns closer to Florida's east coast. But Bobeth, you are from Jamaica. So this is a big concern for your family there. And I understand that you've reached out to them and talk to them a little bit. What are you hearing from Jamaica?
Well, this morning everyone has had a big sigh of relief. They woke up to find things, still intact. And that's what, last night when they went to bed, they were just worried. Everyone, you don't always have the same kind of system there. So for instance, we have zinc roofs and things like that. So you worry about it blowing off and you wake up in the morning without a roof. So, as they went through the day, they've just been dealing with a lot of flooding and a lot of water, stinging around. But for the most part, they're happy that they feel relieved.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, perhaps.
Is the worst over for them?
For them, yes. The system is now moving towards, but a lot of people in other places like Cuba and Haiti.
Haiti looks like it's going to be hard.
They had a harder hit, and so they're struggling there to try to get things back together.
Yeah, headed toward Cuba now, and then of course we're going to carefully watch the trek toward Florida's east coast.
And hope that it doesn't come here.
Hopefully it stays farther out to sea, which of course is less impact for all of us. But we would definitely
everybody
think
on
about
the
your
East
family.
Coast.
The whole East Coast.
I mean, it just was a big sigh of relief because
it's a big storm.
The last storm that passed was Hurricane Gilbert, and it decimated the area. And people still haven't, that it's more than 10 years ago, and people still haven't actually rebuilt from that. So, and that was a Category 3. So here's a Category 4 coming, and they're still not together. So we were just happy that everyone made it out.
Well, good. I'm glad you were able to
It's a great lesson in how little control we have. We think we're all powerful and we can do anything, and then a hurricane comes and you're totally helpless.
Yeah, and a good lesson in preparation, too. So a reminder for everybody. Well, it's time for our first hot topic. And Vice President Joe Biden stopped in our area this week. Well, now the vice presidential candidates will be in the national spotlight tonight. 80,000 watched the top dogs last week. And while a smaller audience is expected tonight, analysts say the time that Tim Kaine and Mike Pence face off may matter more than other vice presidential contests and debates. It is expected that Kaine and Pence will actually be able to address controversial issues with less backlash than the presidential hopefuls have run into. VP candidates are also expected to offer more substance on the issues, since there is expected to be less picking at each other back and forth. So are you watching tonight? Are you interested? And what are you watching for?
That was a great way of putting it. Substance. I think that's why I want to watch, because I feel like the actual presidential portion of this debates were a disaster.
Yes.
So I feel like now I'm going to get actual adults talking about issues and weighing back and forth. So I'm excited about that.
You know, in the past, there have been 2 vice presidential candidates that kept me from voting for the candidate.
Really?
I would have voted for that person for president, but because of the person that was running for vice president, I didn't vote for them.
Wow, really?
That's interesting.
Yes.
So it really does worry you that that person who you did not like might have the opportunity to be in charge.
I was covering one of those people in Punta Gorda. Wonderful speech, then everybody left, and of course I forgot my purse, so I went back to get it right by the candidate, and this little lady came up and said, would you please raise the minimum wage? And he said, get her out of here, get her out of here.
Oh, no.
He was horrible
Really?
to her, yet he'd been a perfect gentleman before the press, so that changed my whole vote.
I think
you
that
now
kind
know
of
what they
points
really
out
feel.
that basically this is just a show of posturing. You know, but the one person who can't seem to control his posture is Trump. So it's like everyone's going to be kind of like their representative. But I'm really curious, because I was reading an article and I was also listening on the radio the other day, and nobody knows these guys. And they have voted for some pretty controversial things, and we haven't done our research on them that we've done on the presidential candidates. So when we get to actually see them go back and forth about some of the things that they've actually voted into, you know, their kind of category and the things that they stand for, some of them are really controversial. So
Well, what they have to say matters.
Yeah.
You know? So I do hope people
'Cause they
watch and
could be
listen.
president.
Absolutely. You
Yeah,
never know.
something
So
happens.
hopefully some substance tonight. It sounds like what everyone is looking for. So most of us consider internet access a given, but should it be given to prisoners? Well, did you know that aside from a few juvenile facilities, there is no way for Americans' 2.3 million inmates to access the internet? Prisons cite concerns that inmates could harass victims or witnesses. They could get contraband delivered or even commit new online crimes. But the flip side of the argument says it is harder for inmates to prepare for life after prison if they are not an essential part of today's world, meaning everything is online. So what do you think? It's kind of an interesting debate. Is the internet a human right?
Well, you can learn to use the internet without having Facebook or Hotmail or any of those things. They should be able to be able to be taught it, but they shouldn't be able to do Hotmail and all those things. I've covered 2 stories in our area where women in contact with inmates, that was male, but one of them was murdered herself. The other one brought the guy here and he murdered one person and attacked many more.
Yeah, that's terrible. But you saw what they're doing, right? Even if your family opens up a Facebook page for you while you were incarcerated, they give you like a demerit, or like they treat you like something as similar as like a rape. So I think and that's if your family opens it up. So there are some really weird guidelines going on. So I feel like if we can monitor our children and make sure that our children don't go out there and get onto these websites, why can't we just give them a very basic, standardized way of educating? We can take away a lot of books that we have to supply into these prisons. We could save money. Also, education, which is kind of key while someone is incarcerated. But you can't, I felt so bad when I heard that not only this that I found out about, but also that if their family is trying to create like a, hey, this person person is wrongfully committed and they start like a Facebook page for this person, they are penalized for that so severely while incarcerated. So there's got to be some kind of different.
Going to jail has some penalties.
Yes, but even if your family, is trying to.
I agree. Going to jail is a penalty, but you know what? That penalty isn't divvied out equally. So unless we're going to divvy out that penalty equally, you can't say that. On top of the fact of that,
we have so many wrongfully incarcerated
you have
as well.
so many wrongfully accused people. On top of the fact that everything is so subjective. One person may be convicted of the same crime, where another person may get off on the crime just because they may have.
The people I'm thinking about are dead because of the contact.
Yes, and that's a bad situation. And I feel bad for them. But there are also thousands of other people that have been incarcerated unfairly and been sentenced unfairly.
If you go to jail, you've got to pay the price.
Yes, but if you didn't do the same crime.
You shouldn't go to jail then.
Well,
it's all over once you go.
That's the point.
Once you go to jail, it's over. You did it.
But no, that's not true. Because just because you go to jail doesn't mean you're guilty.
It should be. It should be.
But
that's the cutoff.
But that's the reality that I'm trying to say. Yes, it should be, but that's not what society allows.
Yes, but we have to have rules. You can't say, well, poor guy, you're in jail. Sure, you can have a hot meal. Sure, you can go.
You're missing the point. If it was fair and everyone who committed the same crime was sent to jail equally and fairly, yes, it's okay to do that. But the reality of the situation, the justice system is not set up fair. There's a group of people.
We have to change the
There's a
justice
group of people that is sentenced at a higher rate than another group of people. And when you have sentences that are so far varying, and then penalties that affect one group versus another group unfairly, then you can't have equal protection. But that's part of the problem. Because 10 years later, when you have been sentenced, let's say a non-violent drug offender has been sentenced to 10 years in jail. They haven't used a cell phone. They haven't said anything. They come out. They have no idea what to do with their life. And you can't expect them to get into a workforce or get their life back together. And not only that,
there are penalties for selling drugs.
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, but
here on the other end, someone that sold the same amount of drugs, maybe went to jail not even 6 months.
That's not the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem.
All right, we have uncovered a debate I did not anticipate. Joey, bring up some munchies.
But that is the problem.
There we go. Girls, dig in. Okay. All right, we're going to lighten things up. While you two revamp the prison system, I'm going to revamp Disney, because that's another problem. You're not going to like this one any better. So Disney's attempting to racially diversify its characters. A fashion blogger is actually asking them to consider another option: a plus-size princess. So this blogger speaks candidly to Cosmopolitan about how inspirational Disney princesses were to her as a child. And it hurt her as she grew up that her body did not match any of the princesses. She feels this could boost a young girl's self-esteem to relate or look like a princess. She's calling on Disney to include one in a plus-size version. What are your thoughts?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
I think we always want to look at something or someone that looks like us. So if it's plus size or whatever, I think that's okay.
I think we need to carefully define plus size, though, because health is also part of it, and that's what concerns me.
Yeah, And you know, weight can be a health problem.
Yes,
so
but
we don't want to encourage that.
Yeah,
and hey, you could wear the little bit and not have to have the plus size. So come on.
No, but that's not fair, because it's not just about your weight. Some people's bodies, I could eat all day. I literally eat all day, and I don't gain weight. But there's another person that may
And it's hard to sit next to her when she says that.
And there's another person that cannot eat anything. So it's not about just being healthy. Sometimes your metabolism just does not work. So I don't think
why don't you have an anatomically correct Barbie? I mean, we have Barbies now
that
are
shaming.
like
That's
that.
weight shaming.
But we have Barbies.
Like
but we have a plus-size Barbie.
Correct.
Why can't we just have a doll that matches like anatomic proportions, whether it be slightly like, you know, a larger kind of athletic build?
But we don't have fat Barbie. We have curvy Barbie, because people are curvy. I think what you have to be careful in is anything that shows an unhealthy amount of weight, because we have a problem in this country.
You're not going to put someone that's 300 pounds bigger than what they're normally body weight.
I think we should have 10
plus-size
Barbies in different forms of plus sizes, and that would make everybody
And that's Barbie.
Barbie,
Well,
that's Barbie. I mean
the
Disney.
The
I
plus
confuse
size
all these
Barbie
little princesses.
is not plus size.
No, I would agree with that too. All right, boy, these people are feisty
This is
today.
very controversial today.
I feel like a very big like.
I think I found something we aren't going to argue about. The Golden Girls. 2 days in a row we've snuck these girls in because I think there's a similarity going on here. Well, now there's a stage show with puppets. So you can get Blanche, Rose, Sophia, and Dorothy to come to life. What? I know, I missed the pretty factor here, but this is a puppet parody. Kind of reminds me of Avenue Q when they did Sesame Street. This is off-Broadway, opening tonight. So just think, if you have a true Golden Girls fix, you can go to New York, you can see the puppet parody, and if you're there this week, you can go get those action
And they look
figures.
like
Oh, I
And
put a
guess-
call in for that.
Did you?
I have like 2 people that are sourcing, but it's very popular.
Linda, we're going to try to get you action
I
figures.
can't make any promises.
And I've been told that the puppet designer for the show actually from Tampa.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll have to see if they can make a side version of those
Make
and
our
bring them in.
puppets for us.
No, I don't want to see what I look like in Muppet form.
I think that would be hilarious.
Well, Beth will have the biggest mouth. Just
that's not
kidding.
nice.
No, I mean
No.
it's nothing but positive.
I'm okay with it.
When we come back, we're going to learn more about surrogacy from Open Arms. Stay with us.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan, updating you now on Hurricane Matthew. Still a very powerful Category 4 hurricane getting set to move into Cuba right now. It really did not get beat up too badly into Haiti as far as the center of circulation goes. You can see even an eye trying to redevelop, but it's not as strong as it once was. However, still packing quite a punch as it heads off. And it looks like it could even miss Cuba, and that would stay over that warm waters, and that means it could actually gain more strength on Wednesday. Top winds are at 145. We're waiting for the next advisory. Comes out at 5. And you can see all the areas in red. Those are hurricane warnings now in effect. There is a hurricane watch for parts of Florida and a tropical storm watch from, again, Deerfield Beach southward down to the 7 Mile Bridge. It does include Lake Okeechobee. The storm is expected to move off toward the northwest. I suspect at the 5 o'clock advisory, there will be more changes made from the National Hurricane Center because the models are not in agreement at this point. We'll have much more on that and our local weather coming up at 5.
There are many more options now for becoming a parent in our state. However, the world of assisted reproduction can be both ethically and legally complicated. Open Arms is an agency created to make this journey less intimidating so that all couples can experience the joy of parenthood. Sued Dreyfus is here to give us more information on surrogacy. Okay, the laws have changed, so it's a little confusing for people right now. Tell us how it is at this moment in Florida.
It's actually fabulous, especially for a same-sex couple. So before marriage was legal, we only can put the biological father or the parent on the birth certificate. Now, if they are married, we are able to recognize both parents on the birth certificate. So that's amazing for our
Oh
same-sex
yes,
couple.
and for the feeling of the parents.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
And the child,
Right.
and the child when the child looks back.
Absolutely. And Florida laws, they recognize parentage through surrogacy, regardless of the sexual orientation or marital status. So that's also a bonus for
So
Florida.
same-sex couples can finally have the children they've longed for so long.
And have their names on the birth certificate as well.
And that's important.
But there are a lot of things you need to know, I'll bet, before you go through this process.
Contracts. You know, we always say that's the best investment you can put in, even if you are using a family member. You have to have those legal contracts. You can't print them off Google. You can't use somebody else's from another state. Every state go by their own laws. So it's important that you hire a reproductive attorney that understands the laws of surrogacy and make sure that your rights are protected, and also the rights of the surrogates, because contracts go over your rights and responsibilities and make sure that both parties are protected going through this process.
So you can be absolutely certain that the person carrying the child will not want to keep it.
And
That's my
we get
question.
that a lot. We get that a lot. How do you guarantee that that surrogate mom is not going to keep that baby? Well, in the state of Florida, unless you can demonstrate that you have a biological link to the baby, you just can't.
Oh, so
You just
even
can't.
if you carried it, you can't.
As long as it's not your genetic, baby, you cannot carry him.
And
So
you
that
cannot
shouldn't be
keep
a
him.
fear for people.
Yeah.
'Cause that would be
Absolutely
my
not.
fear too.
Yeah.
That is not a concern.
So when
okay.
our couple will have to either have an egg donor and a surrogate mother, and then we'll use their sperm or.
And put it in the surrogate.
Now, do you
Correct.
find the surrogate mothers?
Yes, we recruit our surrogate mothers, and obviously they go through a series of testing, psychological testing, medical testing, to make sure that they're suitable to move forward with this process.
You mentioned, the contracts. what other things would they need to have that in that contract? Because you know the surrogate, if they're going to be able to, the surrogate not be able to keep the baby, what else would be a concern?
Well, we make sure that they hire a bonded and insured escrow agent. So the financial aspect of this process are guaranteed and kept with a third party. We make sure that we have that the parents are not going to abandon the child just because we have genetic issues once the baby is born, because that also is a concern of a surrogate mom. What if I deliver and something happens? We make sure that we have 2 guardians on each contract, so if something happens to the parents, the baby's at no point of time is the responsibility of surrogate mom.
Now, you've got a picnic coming up. Tell me about that. A surrogate picnic.
Yeah, we had it on the 24th, and it was amazing. We celebrated our surrogate moms, and we invited, obviously, their little ones and their partners, and it was just a unique experience to have them bond with other surrogate moms and kind of show our appreciation and love, and just, you know, kind of get them together and celebrate them in a way.
So unique relationship, to be able to do that for someone.
And be able to meet other surrogates that are going through this process, because you really think it's just you, but then you meet others that are going through the same process, and it was amazing. So we're looking forward to doing it again.
Now, you do have another event coming up. You're going to be at Come Out with Pride in Orlando?
Yes, we are going to be there this coming up Saturday. We are going to show our support for the LGBT community, and we'll be there to answer any questions about parenting via surrogacy, what it means, how can you do it, what are your possibilities. So if you are out and about, be sure to stop by and say hello.
Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful. What a great thing you're doing for
Thank
you baby and parents.
Yes.
Making a lot of dreams come true.
And coming up next, we're going to see our guide dog and see how he's doing. Stephanie. What a great thing.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
I'm Ray Collins. Wastewater in Siesta Grand Canal, more than 3 million gallons released so far, and residents say they want answers.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
And welcome back. It was actually so much fun to surprise Stephanie with something for a change on this show when we brought out our guide dog puppy, Wrigley. Now, we had a puppy shower for Wrigley, and Stephanie didn't know, so guess what? We brought him as a surprise, and she was so excited. And now she's going to give us an update on what is actually going on since she's got the dog, and we're going to call it our weekly pup date.
That's right. Well, he's a sleepy guy. I think the excitement of being around everybody has mellowed him a lot, but he has been so many places. So not only did he come meet all of us on Friday, but then first thing Saturday, we have monthly meetings with our puppy raiser group with Southeastern Guide Dogs. And at first I was kind of like, all right, what are we going to do? Is this a puppy play date? Not at all. Can you imagine being a young dog and having to be completely under control with all those other dogs around? It is to work on their control. So this is how Wrigley responded.
Oh,
he was so sound asleep, his tongue came out, and he was dreaming. So I guess that was what he thought about the puppy date, is that he didn't need to be too stressed about it. This is where he lives when he sleeps under my desk, and I've had a lot of questions about crate training because not everybody crate trains dogs. It is very important for a Southeastern Guide Dog puppy to be very comfortable in a crate because as they go back to Guide Dog University, they will be living in kennels and needing to be able to have that kind of time to themselves. And it's just a really great way for the dog to have a place to unwind. So when he doesn't want to be with everybody here, when you guys play and he doesn't want to play, just wake up.
He just woke up.
He says, hey, you talking about me? Then he can get in his crate. And I'm a big fan of the crate.
You know what I think is important that we realize is that this is not necessarily just a pet. You're raising him for a purpose that is bigger than us, and you have to help someone do something in the future.
So everything that goes into his training, such as we use the word busy for potty training, he walks on the left side because that is what is deemed to be helpful for his career down the road. Everything has a reason because that furthers his development in what he's going to do. But the bottom line is at this point, this is just a 9-week-old puppy that is adorable. Our #1 job right now is potty training. So that is what we are working hard on. Here is his bed outside, and he just sits there and hangs out in the newsroom. He does not seem to be interested in breaking news because yesterday, as we started to get excited about the hurricane, this is what he did. He's also not shy, might I add.
I feel he's always sleeping.
He is very sleepy, but you got to remember, he rides in the car with me. He lives with another dog. He went on a little field trip yesterday, and I will tell you, he's a little active at night. So you guys get a sleepy puppy, and I get one that is wired and ready to go.
Well, I think this is the best deal ever. I get to have a puppy, but you get to take care of him.
We pat it on the head and she takes it to the
But
bathroom.
this is part of the deal, because we are potty training. So when he makes a mistake, you can't be mad at him. You got to give a little squirt. You got to do a little scrub.
I won't be mad because you're going to be cleaning it up.
This is the most important thing in a dog's life.
Look at the puppy
It's hard to love a dog that goes potty on the rug all the time.
Well,
so this is his most important thing.
This is Bo Beth's first time with the puppy.
Oh, he likes you.
He does like
Does
you.
he?
He does. He went to sleep. He trusts you.
Yeah, he would fight if he didn't want to be held.
Oh, he's yawning.
Oh, he might kiss.
You're a little boring. He's yawning. And eating your microphone.
Eating the microphone. It's just a baby. You got to teach him everything.
He's a big baby, though.
He is a big
He
guy.
is. How big does he get?
17 pounds.
Hold
I'm
him on
sure
my
he's
shoulder.
well on his way to 80.
Oh, he likes
It's okay.
He's a leader, a natural-born leader.
Oh, he's cute.
Lead on, guys.
Tell us what else you got going
All
with
right.
him.
Here's Wrigley.
I want
Now,
Wrigley.
if you want to see or get to know Wrigley, we have our Instagram account, or our Twitter account, and you can actually get to see our pictures. And we promise that we'll put up a lot about him on our Facebook page and all our other accounts next. Benita Flowers is here to teach us how to get our own plantscape.
That was
and
multitasking.
I'm going to rock him to sleep.
You're multitasking.
He's about to sleep out.
Oh, look, his eyes are shutting.
Hey, I got a mother instinct.
He's as big as you. It's so cute.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7 weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus, Fort Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to talk plants in just a minute, but first let's check in with Michelle from Baja Boys Grill. We're celebrating National Taco Day. And Michelle, I understand that you're about to be busy this time of year. Tell us where your food truck's headed.
Well, starting tomorrow, we have our very first day at the Philippi Farmhouse Market. It is every Wednesday from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. All throughout season, October through May, and then we have the Dearborn Street Market on Thursday from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
All right, a great way to make Taco Day every day. We'll see you to make those fish tacos in just a minute. Bye-bye.
Well, we all like to get a little bit more nature in our lives, and it can be difficult if you don't have a green thumb like me. But there are some new and innovative ways to get plants in your life, and Dion Roberts and Gemma Lewis is here from Beneva Flowers to teach us about Plantscape. And let's start off, we know you as Beneva Flowers, but you guys do a lot of other things when it comes to plants and, services.
Yes, especially now, we've been transitioning. We have a new owner, so we have a new, young, energetic new owner who wants to take Beneva to the next level. So while we don't want to go too far away from what we've always done, we've decided to go into Plantscapes. So we are now launching our Plantscape division.
All right, well, tell us what Plantscape is. Yeah, we're all confused. We don't plant anything.
Okay, we are not doing exterior landscaping with the big mower and the lawns and all of that. We are doing mostly interiors.
Oh.
Yes. And we've always done a bit of interior with container gardening, like the orchids and the gift baskets and the container planters.
So Plantscape is more like the idea of decorating with plants. Is that the idea of it?
Interior landscaping.
Like a whole area,
Yes.
a whole area of plants. I was just telling you, my husband died almost 11 years ago. A friend called Beneva Florist and said, send her something that will last. Almost 11 years, and that plant is going strong.
That's how good we are.
And is that the advantage of a Plantscape? Is that something that we can keep going for longer periods of time than, say, a potted plant?
Yes.
Well, yes, there is. There's several benefits to a plant wall or plantscaping. One, they're a natural sound barrier. So if you're ever in a restaurant and it's very noisy, if you have a plantscape system in there, it dampens down the sound. Another thing that it also does is it removes what are known as VOCs, or volatile organic compounds. It removes the pollution from the air and filtrates it.
Well, you know, we're looking at some of the things, like right now this picture shows plants on the wall, almost like a picture. So how does that work?
Well, basically, we mount them straight onto the wall. They're self-sustaining systems. They have water contained within the frame itself.
Really?
The plants are living plants.
Oh, you don't have to water them?
No, you do not have to water them. They are taken care of. We are actually a complete service system. We will come in, maintain, and groom them for you.
That's what I need.
So does the water then like circulate behind it in some sort of pump fashion? How does it stay moist?
It's similar. It's actually a wick system, kind of like a terry cloth system.
Okay.
That the plant actually pulls the water off of the wick system.
Very interesting. That's a better way to keep plants alive.
Do you have anything to show us?
And we actually have one right in front of us.
It's down
right
in front
here.
of us.
Oh.
One right here.
Lobeth, this could be your solution.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that this seems like something I can do, and I can pretend I have a green thumb while you guys do all of the work.
Do you design them or do I design them?
She designs them.
But I can work with you.
I could tell you what I want. You can make it happen.
You can, and I will make it happen.
So, and what kind of different designs are available? Because, you know, if you have a personality, you know, do you kind of go with a person's personality?
Yes, it is. It's based on the customer's needs and wants. We can design pretty much anything to what you would like or what your home decor needs.
Do flowering plants work as well, or just different leaves? Because I'm seeing a lot of leaves.
You can use flowering plants. What we try and use is non-pollinating or low-pollinating plants. 'Cause,
Right.
You know, you don't want to have a lot of pollen in them.
Or shedding, probably,
shedding,
either.
correct. Right. There are several flowering plants that do meet that criteria. Now, if you want a specific plant, we can talk to you about the benefits of it.
What works.
And how well it works within that system.
Well, you brought some plants for each of us based on our individual personalities. So we're going to start with Steph. Like, tell us what you brought for her and why.
Okay. Would you like to come
Gemma,
on?
did you design this for us?
I didn't do it myself. Our plant division did this.
Okay. What kind of plant would this be, or what are the varieties?
So first of all, we have mixed planter basket.
Okay.
And it's got crotons, anthurium lilies, peace lilies, palms, and a begonia.
What
And
is
you
that
chose
Stephanie?
begonia.
And why did you choose that based on her personality? Is it because she has a green thumb and she can deal with plants?
And yes.
She does know how to keep things alive. Humans, pets, plants.
Definitely.
All right, so my personality, I guess, why would you pick this one for me?
This is low maintenance. You water once a week. You can mist the blooms with a mister, and then there's nothing to it. You pour off the excess water and you leave it alone for another week or so.
Well, that seems like something I can do.
And it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's very upscale. Orchids are very upscale.
All right, going to Linda's, you picked this one for her, and what about the personality trait?
Linda likes long-lasting plants. 11-year long-lasting.
Exactly. That's quite a feat.
The peace lily, you have got to be really, really bad to kill a peace lily.
It's a challenge, Linda.
If you forget to take care of a peace lily, you will come home and it will be literally laying on the table. You submerge it in water for a day or two, and it will get up off the table and stand up again.
I like things like that are tough.
That's a gorgeous
And
plant.
Mickey travels a lot, so she's not at home all the time.
Yes.
So you have this for her. Why?
Yes, you can leave your orchid for long periods once you give it a position with high density intensity light, and you can attach a wick system to it, like do like a cloth wick from a bowl of water
And
onto
it'll
your
travel into the plant.
and
Right.
over the time you're not at
that's so
home,
smart.
it's going to take care of
I've
itself.
killed everything.
You guys have a lot of really good tips.
Well, now we're going to all have a green thumb, or at least look like we have a green thumb around our house and our workplaces.
Exactly.
So that's great.
Perception is everything.
Perception is everything. I love this lady. All right. So now if you want to get more information about Beneva Flowers, you can go to their website, beneva.com. And they would like to also thank you guys because you provide us flowers for our set and throughout our station all the time. So thank you so much for making us always look good.
And if you wanted to find more about the plantscapes, since those are new, there's also a website, BenevaPlantscapes.com.
Oh, this sounds so
Yeah.
good.
All right, well, thank you. Then we'll be right back with Mickey, and you have some tips about psoriasis, right? All right, we'll be back.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. The first and only vice presidential debate now just a few hours away. What both Tim Kaine and Mike Pence are expected to focus on in their debate in Farmville, Virginia. Hurricane Matthew causing President Obama to change his plans, the commander-in-chief canceling 2 stops here in Florida. Let's get a check on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Well, it's still a big storm despite the fact going through Haiti this morning. You can see it now starting to get an eye back together. The circulation sometimes can get beat up enough that we lose it a little bit, but it's not the case. And it looks like it's just going to clip the eastern tip of Cuba, so that is not going to weaken it much. Although it may go down in intensity over the next 6 hours or so, there's a chance it could redevelop and re-strengthen in the southwestern portion of the Atlantic where water temperatures are extremely warm and conditions are favorable for development. We'll have the latest track coming up at 5.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Psoriasis is an itchy red skin disorder that's both uncomfortable and embarrassing. Mickey is here with a new solution and a very personal understanding of the problem. Now, for those of us who don't know about it, we're hearing a lot from celebrities, Mickey. I see this on television a lot.
It's absolutely
really
true.
famous people.
Well, first of all, I think psoriasis kind of came out of the closet and we weren't covering up about it and humiliated by it because Kim Kardashian said, hey, I have psoriasis. And then we saw a string of other celebrities come out and say, listen, this is great. And I think what's wonderful about it too is that we have so many, we've got Leanne Rimes, we have so many kind of options now to where we don't have to cover up our skin. Medications have gotten a lot better, but also awareness has gotten a lot better, and we have people like that that are kind of voices for us that are like, hey, it's okay, I have this too.
They can make so much difference. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
What are some of the facts about it?
Well, first of all, you know, one thing to know about psoriasis is that it affects 2 to 3% of the U.S. population.
Wow.
Now, that's 150,000 new cases a year. And what's crazy about that is that it's, you know, it's not, I want to say it's to everybody, it's not contagious. This is 150,000, you know, people a year, and it's not contagious or infectious. I know this personally. It can affect your skin folds, your eyelids, your ears, your mouth, your lips, your feet. It can even actually get to your nails.
What is it?
And what it is it's a raised red scaly patches that appear on all of these areas, or maybe you just get it on your elbows. Some people have it, you know, over 50% of their body. Some people just have it in one area, but it is painful. It is itchy. There are so many things, and it's an autoimmune disease, and scientists really don't know what causes it. They know that exercise, really stress actually inflames it, and they know that exercise will reduce it, but they also know that your nutrition can affect it. If you don't sleep, all of these things can kind of trigger up these inflammations. And in the past, they've had, kind of like these kind of steroid creams that you put on. And as a personal thing, I had psoriasis as a child, and I was so humiliated because everybody thought that I was some contagious mess that was running around because they look like they're open sores, and you're scratching them always. And what was crazy about it is that, you have all of this, and all of these treatments that you used to have were like salve. Do you remember like the really thick ones, and they almost smelled like a petrol? And so you not only were you scratching yourself and you had all these sores, you also had all of this oily stuff all over your clothes and everything else.
So what are some lifestyle changes that people with psoriasis should make?
Well, basically, sleep is really important to it. They're saying stress can actually have it, but since they don't know what exactly causes it, there's so many different things that can, that even your nutrition, right now, basically what you can do is talk to your dermatologist and find out what your treatment options and what the best options are for you. And lately, we have this new treatment option called Cernivo, and it's absolutely amazing. And one of the reasons why I've cured my psoriasis, but what this would have been so incredible for me back in the time, because it's a spray, and it's unbelievable, and it has this, excellent kind of safety, and it's it works very well. But what's great about it is if you have it on your elbows, if you have it on your back, before you had to have someone else come in and help you apply it, or you would have to.
Embarrassing.
It's as easy as a spray, and I think that is actually mind-blowing about it. And what also is kind of really great about it too is that since we don't really, you use it twice a day, but you can use it if you're over 18 years and older. But what's really important about it is it doesn't leave that kind of savvy kind of thing on it. It's a super light formula, and it doesn't have a strong smell. So as me personally of having this as a kid, this is completely different for people who are suffering from it. And it works, and it has an excellent safety value to it. So it's something that you really should talk to your dermatologist about. And the last time that we had this on,
the last time you were on the show, a lot of people were calling and asking us information about it. So where can you get it?
Well, you have to go to your dermatologist or your doctor and ask if they have it. They'll write a prescription for you.
That's good. You need it to know it'll work for you.
Yes, you need to know that. You need to talk to your dermatologist about it. But also, if you want to learn more information about it, you can go to cernivo.com. We did have a lot of people saying, because it does affect so many Americans, and I think having a treatment option, especially in this kind of heat and this kind of weather that isn't super greasy and that is something as simple as spraying, is really going to help.
Well, and our skin is exposed here on the Suncoast year-round. So if it's something you suffer from, this is great that there's an option.
Yes, it is.
But I am so grateful for celebrities for kind of taking it out of the closet, as they say, and making it, hey, we're all not perfect, but we do have treatment options.
Cernivo.com.
Yes.
We've got it. Thank you, Mickey.
Thanks.
And when we come back, we'll tell you what you should buy and shouldn't buy right now.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The Venice Area Chamber of Commerce Consumer Expo is coming to the Venice Community Center October 7th and 8th from 9 to 3. There'll be free health screenings, door prizes, and products and services from 90 area businesses. You can also enter to win $100 in 5 drawings each day. Enjoy great food from area restaurants and see new boats and cars in the outdoor display. Parking and admission are free. The Venice Area Chamber Consumer Expo, sponsored in part by ABC7. If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, dining segments, local events, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 specialty programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device and download your free ABC7 app now.
Let SWC Properties sell your home today. Take advantage of this great market and sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. SWC Properties gives you the benefit of full-service marketing that sells your home faster with the fewest hassles. There are no hidden fees, and now for a limited time we'll list your home for 50% off. Wouldn't it feel great to save thousands and feel confident with your move? Give us a call for details or visit swcproperties.com and contact us for free information packet and find out why. It's simple. We just market your home better.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Welcome back. Okay, we're heading into Columbus Day weekend, girls, big shopping sales. This is a big time of year to buy lots of things. So we're going to break down what the experts say we should be buying now and what we should be waiting on. So in October, you're going to like this. Jeans, because the back-to-school high prices have come down.
Good idea.
And now you can find some good deals. Best time in the world to buy outdoor items, especially for us. We're not done with our outdoor season, but the retail season is down, so everything is on clearance. And believe it or not, the Halloween candy, you know, this is really the only time of year you can find those fun sizes and all those different assortments. So if you ever want to have it around in your house, now is the time to buy it. I've noticed the buy one, get one bags and the 2 for $6 bags. So if you've got a little sweet tooth, now is a good time. Here's what you need to wait for. And some of these surprised me a little bit. Linda, toys. Oh, yeah, I know you want to get your Christmas shopping done early or holiday shopping, but guess what? They're not on sale yet. So wait, the prices will go down. Same with electronics. Better deals closer to the holidays. So hold off on that. And also many household items, especially cleaning supplies, not on sale yet. That's more of a January thing. So.
Can't wait till then to clean.
All right, I'm off. Yeah, really. We'll put off the cleaning, but I'm off to
jean
shop this weekend. But first, we're going to eat all the tacos we can handle. It's National Taco Day
Taco
and
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. It's a twofer. We're headed to the kitchen with Baja Boys.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Haley Wilkes. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. There are many things you can do in a day, and now getting a new hip is one of them. A long hospital stay no longer necessary. Hear from a patient on the Suncoast who was up and walking and ready to go home just a few hours after this new procedure. And now taking a look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. There is an accident in Port Charlotte. There is water covering Elkham Boulevard at Tamiami Trail, so you may want to avoid that area. Let's head over to Bob.
Well, that trough of low pressure, which brought us the excessive amount of rain yesterday, now is shifting off to the northeast. We are still seeing some storms around, but not nearly as much coverage as we saw yesterday. Still pretty heavy heading toward Anna Maria and also northwest Bradenton. Bigger storms over northeastern portions of Manatee County and near Palmetto. All this moving to the northwest at 10 to 15. We'll have an update on that and Matthew at 5.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5. ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
Coming up Wednesday at 4 on Suncoast View, we have a behind-the-scenes look at all the news that's fit to print. We're going to talk to a former senior writer of the New York Times about the legacy of that famous paper. A local artist takes a look back at old Florida that'll bring back some memories. Plus, Suncoast for sale. Oh, Beth, you're like this. Nothing but dream homes. And Apollonia Grill joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here in the kitchen with Michelle Jett from Baja Boys Grill. What are we making here? It smells so good.
Today we're going to be doing a blackened mahi-mahi taco because I personally am from California and I love fish tacos.
Anything Baja, right?
You know? So I'm going to have y'all putting together some pico de gallos.
These look so beautiful, so red.
A lot of vegetables in that.
Everything is fresh. Everything is
And
fresh.
it's already chopped. I like that.
I thought I'd help out a little bit here. So if we can put some tomatoes in there.
Right in here?
Yeah.
All those tomatoes?
Maybe a quarter of them.
A quarter.
There we go.
Okay.
They're so pretty and red.
Very good.
Super fresh.
What next?
And now we're going to put in all of that cilantro.
Yeah, I love cilantro.
I love cilantro.
Okay.
It's so healthy and good for you.
We're doing good. What next?
Okay, now you're going to put in a couple spoonfuls of your red onion.
Ooh.
There you go.
Like that?
I think it's funny that you guys have to figure out which vegetable she's talking.
It's like, which one's
You
a
don't
red
like red
onion?
Anything
And
else?
a little bit of the sweet onion.
Oh, so you put 2 kinds of
I
onions
do.
in.
Yeah, see it all in there?
Oh, my goodness.
Now, depending on how hot you like it, we've got, there you go, we've got a little bit of green pepper and a little bit of red pepper jalapenos.
This much?
It depends on your flavor.
I don't like hot. Mickey does. How do we
Oh,
handle
don't worry
it?
about it. Put on just that much.
Just that, okay.
I should put more.
I couldn't do that to Mickey.
Now stir that up real well.
So as they do that, you have some of the fish, because we're making fish taco here. You started off by putting a little bit of mix. So what's this?
This is a blackening seasoning. It has a little bit of fennel in there. It has a little bit of sugar, some cumin, some chipotle pepper in there.
All right.
Does it need more, Spice Girl?
We missed a
little
spot.
bit. Everything.
We missed one spot in that corner.
And this is mahi-mahi?
This is our mahi-mahi.
And is there a reason you like this type of fish for fish tacos? Is it flakier or
You know,
hold together better?
I like it because it's a more mild fish.
Yeah.
So more people tend to it because it doesn't have that fishy flavor to it.
Right.
All right. So I turned off the stove by mistake.
Here, that's it. I'm going to reach. You got to unlock it.
Hold it for 3 seconds.
Yep, there you go.
See, I'm blonde. This is tough on me.
That's all right. It'll continue to sizzle. So you saute up the fish.
So I saute up the fish until we're ready, and then we get a couple tortillas.
All right, and do you like your tortillas warm?
I do.
Okay, there we go.
Bear with me.
Don't mind us. We're just eating down here.
We're having a party of our own over
I
here.
see that. Guacamole.
You would love it. It's really good.
Michelle,
Very
all of this
fresh.
part of that Baja Boys food truck. I see the guacamole and obviously the pico.
You know, on Wednesday, if you come down to market or on Thursday at market, not only do we have our food truck, but next to our food truck, we have our guac tent.
You have a guacamole tent?
We have a guacamole tent.
Wow.
We buy all our produce local, buy local, shop local. And we make fresh guacamole right there in front of you. Fresh pico de gallo right in front of you, and fresh salsa. So we are a show on wheels.
Nice.
All right, so we got the last fish in. How long before the other two are done?
You know, it's usually about 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. So we did a good job. So one is almost that one in the
if
middle.
you wouldn't mind handing me that plate, I'm going to get you all to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, I like finely shredded cabbage on mine.
Okay, go ahead and decorate those
we're
up and
gonna
get them
have
all
that.
plated. Mickey, we want to say a thank you to you for joining us for the past couple of days, and also a happy birthday. Mickey is celebrating tomorrow. So we're going to celebrate early with tacos. Don't forget that you can find the Baja Boys Grill at the Philippi Creek Farmers Market coming up this Wednesday. And also it was Dearborn, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
At the Dearborn Market as well. So that is some great looking fish. Fish tacos with guac ten and pico de gallo. Enjoy National Taco Day, and every week, I think, it's Taco Tuesdays.
Wow.
Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view. Have a great rest of the day.